for Irish Amateur Boxing, it's been our best year in the history of the association, and we've won 20 medals at World, European and Olympic Games, so it's been a fantastic season. We started, 5 years ago, 2003. High Performance was put together. Gary Keegan was the director, and then I was brought in as head coach, and Zoranti and Jim Moore were brought in, and we started from there. And we started to compete, bring the boys out of training camps, competing and testing ourselves against the best in the world, what the benchmark was, which were the Russians, and we tried to get up alongside of those. Now we're the only country in the world that trains with the Russians on a regular basis, and they will accept us. We're pushing them to the pin of their collar. So we've evolved over the last 5 years, made a few mistakes, learned from them, and pushed on and accumulated in this year with the success. We always felt we have the talent to win medals. The Olympic Games is very, very different than any other European or World Championships. You got the media circus, you got the occasion of the Olympic Games, and coping with that occasion is very, very difficult for athletes. And we tried to educate them as much as we could. We had Michael Carruth come in and tell them what it was all about. I gave him my experience of being there 20 years previous. So we tried to get the boys ready for that. And thankfully, it worked for us. We made it very, very simple for them. One fight at a time, 1 minute at a time, one round at a time. And we worked step by step, bout by bout. And that's how we got through to the stages of the medals. We still have four of them still amateur. Darren Sutherland obviously has gone pro, but the other four guys, we're getting ready for the National Senior Championships which are on in February, and then that will kick-start the season. We have the World Championships next year in Turin, and we're looking forward to that, and we have a nice crop of young lads coming through. The average age is 21, so things are looking good for 2012. We put a system, and Gary Keegan has helped devise a system, and the system has worked really well for us, and I think other sports could look at it and take something from it and then invent their own in accordance with their own personal needs, and I think definitely there is a way forward. It can be done. We have the talent in the country. We've only got 4 million people, but by God do we have a lot of talent in those 4 million people, and if the structures are put around these kids, they will develop and evolve into world-class athletes. I played a lot of sports, and I came from a GAA background. So I played 2 Leinster hurling medal finals, won one medal, the captain of the Wexford minor football team, played under-8 soccer for Wexford, and also boxed. My back garden goes into the Wexford GAA park. So that's where I live, but that's where I'm from, the middle of the town. And played with the Five Harriers and the Sarsfields Gaelic Football Club. So my background was GAA, and then in a minor final in 1981, we were winning by 5 points with 6 minutes to go, and Kilkenny beat us by a point. And then I threw my hurl down that day and said, the Olympic Games is where I'm going. I didn't have to rely on 14 other fellas. So my path led a different way, even though I played with my clubs then later on when I got to the Olympics. Obviously, the Chinese did. I think it was the greatest spectacle of all time, and to put on the greatest show, the greatest stadia, the greatest village. I've been to 3 of them, and this was the best one, going back spanning 20 years, and it was fantastic. To represent. We didn't realise what we were doing actually for the country, and it was only when we got home we realised how much of an impact we had made. But obviously, these boys, the Irish boxing team, it's an honour for us to represent, myself, to represent our country, and we love going out and representing our country. We try to give everything for our flag, the green, white and gold, and thankfully, things came together for us out there. We done exceptionally well, got into the medal stages. Yes, we wanted that green, white and gold up on the highest podium, which was the gold medal. Unfortunately, that was just taken away from us in the last minute. We had the 2 John Joes there as well, John Joe Joyce and John John Evan. David Oliver Joyce, an exceptional talent. Young Connie Sheehan, a good heavyweight, coming along. Ryan Lindbergh, Eamon O'Kane, Darren O'Neill. They're very, very talented boys, and they're all to be national champions, and being in the training camps with all these guys, and they're just a little bit short of making it the next year. The belief they're starting to get now from the other team winning the medals, I think they will carry them through the next year. Hopefully we'll see some better results.